Alright, let me see. I guess I'm gonna do King Bang prep all night or all morning. I kinda wanna take a break anyways. I wanna go, you want a river to go sit in? Yeah, so it's annoying, man. Like COVID, I was really excited about us getting married and living at this one spot because we've got the river right next to us, and right after work, you know, every day we could go float real easily. But with COVID, they blocked off the whole river, so we have to go down, not where the park is, but to this other part of the river, and just go sit. So it's not as exciting. You don't get to float and just chill, but you can go take lawn chairs out in the river and go. Let's see. I'll send y'all over to Nom Nom in a second. But I guess I'm gonna do some of this prep. I'm probably gonna do it off stream. I might throw it on late tonight, or I'll get up early in the morning, depending on.
It's too far away.
I'll coordinate with Carlos when we're gonna do the King Bang Lunch Kill. I think I want him to shout past it. If he's got time tomorrow, we'll definitely make it happen. So.
I need a target.
It'll be, I would imagine we'll make a post in the Discord possibly. Or follow my stream and you won't miss it then. If we don't make a post, so. That's what I'll do. He's never gotten on early when he says he's getting on early. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, well.
I need more mana.
What's somebody say? Staring at me. Alright. I'm gonna send y'all over to Shiza. It was a good stream. 7.5 hours. The theory crafting didn't go exactly as planned, but King Bang tomorrow. Rumble in the Jumble, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. So like noon, yeah, so 24 to 28-ish hours from now. What level am I? Level 39. Alright, guys. I'm gonna send y'all over to Nom Nom. Thanks for sticking around. Seriously, the stream was amazing today. The last 2 days have been insane, and
15% of your health, and then the condors hit hard, and then they have like the knockdown. There's really not much you can do about that. Yo, Grace. Yo, what's going on, bro? Did we kill Tethys? Yo, Cargos, what's going on, yo? What's up, Niku? Hey, I hope you're having a good day. Got one more artwork for it. Oh, nice, man. Good stuff, good stuff. I know, I see it. The raid is real. I tried to hang in there. Did he get Tethys down? I was able to last through like 5 stages of all the box opening, and then I was just itching. I was itching to play myself, so I kind of missed the back half of the stream. Yo, it's almighty Nam. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the follow, Bo. Yeah, we're level 19 at Red Ridge. just trying to do our thing. Trying to take it a little easy until I can get like these kind of 3 core prod talents. So once we get to 26,
I need more mana.
I can go back to living on the edge all the time. So how's everyone doing? Anyone else playing some hardcore right now, or? Thanks for the follow, Average Gaming Inc. Rogue and Delmoro. Yo, be careful in those caves, man. Hopefully you have your hearth up, man. When I do in that area is I'll kill the leper gnomes, and then that's the last quest I do, and then I hearth back to Keranos. I don't risk running out of that place, man. Yeah, just be careful. And don't try to fight, there's a rare guy in there, Father. He has a full heal. And if you're a rogue at 10, you don't have kick yet. So just I wouldn't engage him if you see him in there. About to start picking flowers on my level 32 hardcore warrior. Oh wait, 40 herbalism. Yeah, 40. Yeah, you really can't do that. Right? Did you have alchemy to pair with it, or you just? I would imagine, right? This is my favorite iteration of the game by far, vanilla, but that Grizzly and like Nagrand, it's not that I don't love the music past it. There's something about that music, especially when I'm doing like the hardcore, man. It's just got just the perfect vibe. Yeah, for me, man, it's really good. Yeah, I gotta go see the cooking trainer. But Yo, Bradley, do you have alchemy, or are you just picking herbs? I would imagine, right? Yeah, I went herb skinning for money, but after watching you play, I realized it's helpful. I mean, I don't think it's not a necessity, but I think blacksmithing and engineering are definitely viable for warriors and stuff like that. It requires a lot of legwork, just in terms of getting the, you really need to pair it with fishing. You really have to kind of, there's a lot of research that needs to be done. Just those last items, that you really can't get. So. Yo, Grace, what's up, man? Izramir Nom Nom looks like he could be Gray's dad. I don't think I'm old enough to be Gray's dad, but it's funny. Okay, so now I got maybe I put some more light through it. Maybe it's put some years on.
Not enough mana.
Yo, so Grace, did you get Tethys? What's up, man? Going to relax. But did you get Tethys down? I'll have to check. If you did, I'll have to check out the VOD. Unfortunately not. Oh, yeah, I know, man. I was watching all the boxes, and after like the 6th trip over to the vendor, I decided to take it live. So I'm trying to squeeze Tethys in before bang. Still up? Okay. Yeah, I mean, you definitely need to obviously test like the new build and everything on Tethys. What other professions? But when I was watching, you were debating like maybe doing engineering or alchemy, or did you just decide against all that? If you got there's like that green whelp armor, which is leatherworking. There's a pretty decent like chance on hit, especially since he attacks hard. It can like I think it like sleeps the target. But I was trying to think of outside the box ways, especially with like a fast attacking mob. Like if you got a lot of resists, but
I'm out of
I
range.
couldn't think of anything that, obviously if you had an auction house, it'd be a little bit different. I don't know if anybody said in your chats, but the bombs, I think you would have to get over 150 to have a 3-second bomb. I mean, you can cast them while moving, but I think with your insect swarm ticks,
It's too far away.
That armor's so good for twinning flag running as druid. Yeah, for sure. That's what I was thinking about actually. And if you think about the attack speed, you know, that bang is going to attack with, I guarantee it would proc, you know, probably at least once, right? So about to head over to Dark Shore soon, but just trying to knock out a few like Red Ridge quests before I go. Gotta go. That's crazy. Casters are just so like OP in these low levels. Yeah, I think defensive spec, once you get 30 and you get like the second, when you get concussive blow also, it makes a lot of these situations a little less hairy, but man, melee around this range, or you're really at the mercy of these seers, pillagers, mystics. It's like a death trap here. Yo, what's up, Spider? How we doing today, bro? Doing pretty good. Just trying to get into my mid-20s. 15, 16 to like 25, like on the Prot Warrior. That's where I've had my most deaths. I died at 16, 18, and 23. So it's been the last 2 hours since we were trying to find any spec information on mob armor. I know it exists. I can't find anything now. Yeah, me too, man. I swore there was an add-on. Like if I hovered over the mob, it would tell me the armor. And it would be a lot of use because later on, you know, I'm pretty much like spamming Sunder armor. But I know there's times when there's really an ideal amount of Sunders, right? Maybe instead of 5 if I'm taking the mob's armor down to 0. But I looked for quite a bit and I couldn't find it either, to be honest with you. So I know it. I felt like it existed at some point. I don't know if it was maybe in a different like iteration of the game, but. Yeah, I just picked it up, like when I dinged 19, I transitioned back to alchemy, so. I had, I started scanning, mining, and then I dropped mining and I made, I shut my buffs out, and I made about 80 of these rush sharpening stones, and then with the leftover copper, I made some like white copper gear, which I think I've replaced it all at this point. But it was nice upgrades, you know, and then I vendored everything else. And at that point I picked up herbalism, and then I was just vendoring so once I had
That spell isn't ready
I
yet.
picked up so I got to like 100 alchemy last night. It was enough to make like all the basic potions, so once I get a little more bruise weed and Briar Thorn, I'll be able to move to like the 3rd tier of healing potions, which will be sick. So. The whole mob info used to do it. Yeah, that's what I thought. I actually downloaded mob info too, and I couldn't I went through all the options. It didn't give me anything for the armor value.
My man.
Oh, Blizz nerfed it? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine. I mean, that might be too. It might be maybe too much information to have like at your disposal. I just wish. It'd be nice to like force Thunder basically having diminishing returns because the mob's like close enough to 0. You know what I mean? But I don't really know how to figure out besides just kind of feeling it out. You know what I mean? Some of the first like add-ons that gauge like the mob's health, it just was doing approximation to it. You hit it for 90 and then it just took the amount of length that was left in the card.
Inventory is full.
I'm assuming the same thing would work for the armor, but yeah, I couldn't find one that exists, so.
I can't carry anymore.
What'd you say? The next weapon I'm gonna get? Hands down the one from the vendor, the white weapon. So it's level 21. I think it's 13 DPS. Right now is 9 DPS and 2 agi, so it'll be a huge increase. Longsword, I think. It's longsword or broadsword. I get them mixed up. One's level 21, one's level 31. But yeah, whatever the vendor is. Yeah, I was talking about it yesterday. Unless you go like blue, there's no BOE green that you'll get that'll ever be better than the white weapon from the vendor. Assuming you're fighting equivalent. Like I'm 19, I'm fighting 18 and 19 mobs. Like I'll be lucky if it drops a level 16 green.
Inventory is
green
full.
Have more DPS,
I can't carry anymore.
or top end than the white level 21. Like it might have some good stats. Like you may find one that's 10.5 DPS with 3 strength, 3 stam. But I still would take the 13 DPS weapon over. So this of course doesn't count if you're running. Mobs your level. Always everything.
Inventory is full.
You said this where's just don't doesn't have. Oh yeah, I mean, bro, I don't play Horde.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, Horde is missing everything, right? Let me go get some
Inventory is full.
I'm a warrior at 19 with the Skittles rainbow up here, right? And that one buff would give me 50% more, right? 50% more health, an extra 300, and 15 haste. Yeah, so Horde's pretty much missing everything. But I don't know. I honestly don't know enough about the Horde racials like in action to know what's better. In general, like whatever tactic says is probably right. Command holds off the Shrek for speed running, so survivability, just skills that help him level faster. All things that are pretty useful for. I would probably refer that question.
I need more mana.
I like to PvP, so I'd pick an orc. Just regardless. Orc rogue. Like that's it. unresisted work. Like, I don't care what anybody says. My BG grinds. I usually go grind money for those on work. Yeah. Telling you trolls the way to go, but I'm third. Yeah, no, I mean, all that shit's easy. Do you take stand or end or engage? I mean, if you want, I mean, I just take. I mean, some people might be interested. I can show you the gear that was on.
My mana is low.
That way you can just kind of see. Off the top of my head, I don't remember, but everything I tried to get was like of the eagle, so and stand. Spirit wasn't that important because you really should be doing, here we go. My mage is in Duskwood. Before I log on to every stream, I log on and see if I can find stitches. I like to kill stitches, just that way it helps the people in the zone. It's just kind of something. It's something I've done every day since I hit 60. Let me kill the logo so you guys can see. Okay. Yeah, so my helmet
and honor.
So and stam. I bought this at the Dark Moon Fair, 6 cent, 6 mana over 5. This was a quest reward. It's got and stam, a little bit of spirit. The Cerise Drape. This is from Western Plaguelands. When you kill like all those the plagued bears and the wolves, it's got a little bit of all stats. Chest piece of the eagle. Funny enough, my average level of my gear is only like 45 when I ding 60. You don't have much options. Bracers, once again, and stam. This was damage, plus 22 damage. It was nice. This is pure ent, but I mean this is I think the highest level piece I found. Plus 18 ent was pretty nice. Like of the eagle, once again, pants. I mean only level 39. Once again, there's not many plus damage items that you get. This is I think in Tenaris once you finish like the Pirates quest. 11 ent.
Our ancestors be praised.
This ring, 12 ent, 5 stamina. The coup de grace, the freezing band that I found in Fellwood on my hardcore mage that I took to 60. This is the best drop I've ever found in 15 years. Wow. Of course, I go alchemy, so I got the nifty stopwatch, and then this is a quest. This is like the final tier of that long quest in last night. Stamina. I wore stamina and offhand, so it's pretty much up. 12 ent, and then the only instance I've ever run in hardcore, I 3-manned Scarlet Monastery to get the mage wand. So that's the gear. There is. It was. I felt like I was super excited, but I don't know if I showed as much. But I also, if you're ever in my stream and I showed as. Oh, there we go. That was scuffed. I'm always fucking talking, and
It's
I
too
kind of
far
was just, like,
away.
weird. So I think for me that was probably the extent of the happiness. Eclipse. Oh yeah, never mind. Send that to highlights. My bad. Yeah, I was in Fellwood. I think I was in my, I think maybe 53, 54. I can't remember. I was doing, oh, I was 56. Okay, here we go. I'll link. But anyway, to answer your question, yeah, pretty much of the eagle, my talents, everything in Frostbite. It's like I was playing bingo. I took everything. The only thing I didn't take was Improved Blizzard. I took every point and every skill. 2 points in Arcane just for the resistance, and then my last 5 points went into Impact, which is pretty good because you're still using Fire Blast like cooldown, so that 8% chance. was off a low-level mob too. I want to say the mob was probably like, I don't remember, maybe 49, 50, 51. I was doing the escort. I remember I looked at it like a few times because it kind of quickly scrolled through my thing. I looked at it and I was like, I looked at it again. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Not enough mana. I can't carry anymore.
But yeah, they're. I don't even think, you know what's funny is I don't even know if anybody was even watching me at the time. There might have been like one person. Yeah. But yeah, man, if there ever was a, blessed run drop, I mean, I don't even know if it can get any better than a freezing ban. Like item, like for a particular class. I mean, maybe yeah, I do, man. Yeah, it's pretty. I think it's pretty best too. I'd have to dig through the mods. I was 57 at some point. I was in Western Plaguelands and I was doing like some of those quests at the cauldrons, and I was pretty much dead. My blink was on cooldown. I got attacked, and the mob got frozen. Okay, yeah, because of the proc on the freezing ban. So. Yeah, I do have multiple 60s. I hit 60 on my rogue first, and then I hit mage, and trying to. God willing, if I somehow get this class, which I mean, I don't know if I will when I die to 6 before, but if I can get this one, I might do hunter next. Then paladin, and then the other 3 classes I either don't enjoy as much or I'm maybe not as good at. So those gloves you had were pre-best alternative. Oh really? Oh, okay, I didn't even know that. Yeah, 22 damage like on the gloves, and I had nice gloves too, man. I had like 10 10 and 10 stam or 11 and 11 stam, like, pretty good in a hardcore environment. But yeah, obviously 22 damage obviously is gonna go a long way, right? Every single frostbolt I cast. I mean, yeah, obviously with the coefficients and all that shit. But I think I think simple spells like frostbolt pretty much take almost full advantage, plus damage. But yeah, I hit the 260s. I mean, obviously I had to stream it all, but this is all pretty much when hardcore was like pretty much like on life support. You know what I mean? Like no one was really doing it. So. I'm sure for any of you guys who are doing hardcore now, it's a little rough, like when you're trying to work your way back. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way, just because I don't really know anymore, but I don't know if it happens to you guys, getting keybinds for skills that you used to have. Like I'm constantly trying to execute, and do concussive blow, like all things that I'm not gonna have for a long time. Yeah, first shoulders are nice to get, and they were leather too. On a warrior, obviously, like cloth gear really isn't like gonna do much, like as a percentage of your ability, to withstand damage. Just because I have high armor as it is, but yeah, the leather. Although we're about in the range when I leave here, I hit 3 vendors up. There's a really
I'm out of
good
range.
opportunity for me to get some male 5 stam, 5 strength shoulders, which is great.
Inventory is full.
Like male or plate shoulder rewards for like almost another 15 or 20 levels. And it's so nice. There's a vendor
I can't
that
carry
sells
anymore.
5 stam, 5 strength male shoulders. They're under gold too. I think they're like 87 silver. Yeah, I have a decent. I have enough money to spend on it. So. Three brutes. Yo, thanks for the follow. That's not Twa, right? Is it Troit or Twa? I feel like the OIT might be like French origin, but nice to thought. Oh yeah, no problem, bro. Oh shit, what vendor sells those? I'm just fucking with you. I was gonna say something a little witty for me to tell you. There's a few of them, man. So on the Alliance side, yo, thanks for the sub, Keesus. Appreciate the support, bro. So on the Alliance side, sorry, man. I've been killed here twice. There's not many areas that like give me the spooks, but I think that there's some dynamic respawn that goes on here. Wow. One is in
That's still recharging.
here in the swamp. So first of all, this is a nice area because while you're killing the sailors, fen creepers, maybe you're doing giant crocodile skins, maybe you're working on one of the tiers of the Murloc quests. It's nice to have a vendor just out here in general. There's an engineering vendor
It's too far
and a
away.
specialty vendor there. So the engineering vendor sells a recipe for the one that can turn you like into a sheep or whatever. But the specialty vendor sells great items. It sells 7 agi, 7 stamp leather pants, and it sells the male shoulders. But the money spot to get it at is in Theramore. So as soon as you get to Wetlands, you can take the boat to Theramore. And there's basically an armor smith in there. An armor smith and a weaponsmith. He sells 5 weapons, like two-handed sword, two-handed axe, one-handed axe. But I mean, they're just amazing. Like there's a one-handed axe there that's like 14 or 15 DPS, and it's like level 22, 23. Then there's 2 kinds of male shoulders, and then I think there's 2 or 3 different versions of pants. But the reason why that location's so harsh is, in that zone, you level, when you're like 35 to 40, like, or you're going to Onyxia. So nobody goes inside the keep to check a vendor, that has like level 20 items, right? Even if they look at the vendor, they're not going to do anything with it. So almost, dude, I'd almost say like 100% of the time she has 9 items up. There's 9 items that they can carry, but I would say there's usually always one good one-hand, one good two-handed weapon, and then sometimes you get lucky. Maybe there's every version of the leather pants or the shoulders, but yeah, you'll find it. So I'm always excited when I go to Wetlands because there's 2 vendors there that sell the upgraded versions, and then you
I
just
can't
hop
guess that.
or you can get the flight path anyway. You can check on gear upgrades, and then I progress into. I'm always excited to get new potions, usually get some new gear, start the next leg of the journey. So. Yo, thanks for the follow, Rock. Yo, what's up, Cosmics? What's going on? Oh, giving away my secrets? Nah. Yeah, it's all good, man. I mean, you could find it on. You can find it on WoW. It's just if you don't really know what you're looking for, it would take a while. So, yeah, it's no problem. The Jitters vendor in Darkshire. Yeah, I was talking that a little bit before, Salty. Yeah, the vendor in the house is nice. It's an alchemy vendor. It sells healing potions and also sells the recipe for like shadow oil. It's also just it's also nice just to have a vendor on that side of town, right? Usually when you're over there, you're trying to kill 15 pygmy spiders and trying to do all this stuff.
I can't cast that yet.
Killing all the wolves, right? It's like you're doing your biology experiment, man. You get the legs, the ichor, the fucking gooey spider legs, crispy meat, venom sacs, and the wolves are dropping like 9 different pieces. And if you're killing like the undead there, right, they're dropping like the night crawlers, cloth. You usually run out of inventory space, so it's nice to have a vendor over there. Yeah, doing the like the quest, the spider quest, and the ones out of Raven Hill. You usually can pick up. That's better. I don't know if my mace skill is trained up enough. That's the problem.
I need to get closer.
You know what? I'll just put this on for now. ClassicWow.live, does it show white weapons? Yo, what's up, how we doing? I'm level 19, man. I kind of took care of all my RL shit in the morning and early afternoon, so yeah, I'll be on probably for another 10 hours today, I'd say. Maybe like one hour break in the middle, but yeah, goals like to hit like 24 today. Last few mobs, I'm gonna kill some dragons and get my ass over to wetlands in Darkshire. Oh, yo, was that you that died with it? You died at like level 14, or was that somebody else? I saw it in the chat. Yeah, someone got the swiftness pot recipe, and then you got clapped a little bit after. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I've had a few kind of moments like that. I died 2 hours after I got my mount on one of my rogues. That kind of hurt. 107 hours in, I had my mount less than 2 hours and I died. And on a different rogue, my rogue that died at 51 in Ungoro, I'd got the Elixir of Mongoose recipe to drop, and I died 20 minutes ago.
My mana is low.
Oh, Skinny, that was you? Oh, so we had 2 people die that got swiftness bots yesterday? Yeah, that's rough. Yo, thanks for the follow, Yeah, the mongoose. Yeah, I think I did actually get into Shara, man. Yeah, I got into Shara, then I went to go quest in Angoro. And it's funny what hardcore will, like, teach you about the game. I died to a mob that probably not a lot of people have ever died to. I died to
Inventory is
mobs,
full.
like little plants. I was trying to push the pace. I had evasion, I had Blade Flurry up, and I got low, so I ran away. They have like an ability where they can like throw seeds at you, but it hits you like 3 at a time. It's almost like a Wind Fury attack. So I bounced at like 25% health with sprint, and they did some sort of, I don't even know what it was. Lasher throw. I'd never seen the skill before because never in my life have I ever run from one of those guys. You know what I mean? So
I can't carry
I don't know if
anymore.
anybody else has died from them or know what I'm talking about, but I didn't know they had that ability. Yeah, so yeah, I know they knock down, but they have a move when you flee from them. Like the knockdown is pretty nasty. They have a pretty nasty. They have a.
Not enough.
You know what?
mana.
It might have been what it was. I think it was a ranged shadow. Whatever.
Inventory is full.
I wasn't expecting it.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing with hardcore, man. You just. Yeah. I died here in Redridge over. I've talked about it a few times, but there's there are the Slayer mobs. There's some gnolls. They have execute. So I didn't know that. Yeah, I had like maybe 180 health, and the guy was hitting me, for like 30, 40 a hit. So I thought I was good, and then splat. I got crit for a 300 execute, and I had to delete like 28 road. That was the most unexpected death I had because he was like one hit away from me.
Inventory is full.
But now I'm always paranoid. Any like warrior type mob.
I'm out of
fight,
range.
I try to keep myself at 20%.
I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full.
This is no reason for me not to do it. Just don't feel it. Yeah, but for whoever was asking me before, yeah, at some point I could probably put together some sort of, at least on the Alliance side, like just the different vendors that have the different items. Just kind of what But like those mail plate shoulders are huge, right? Because I mean, most people, if you get unlucky, you don't even have any shoulders, like even until like level 30. But the fact that you can get like, static shoulders from the vendor that are good to like 40, that cost 100 gold, is like a super find. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the thing with. That's also the thing with the vendor progression that, I guess my hesitation to just make like a straight list, so that the South Shore vendor has good items. The problem is a lot of the items are equivalent for like the early 20s, and no one, you can't get to South Shore safely at all until you're like 30, 31, so some of that gear might be an upgrade.
Inventory is full.
So that guy sells a lot of stuff, but I guess there's also like I hate to call it like a ranking system, but I think a vendor's value is how good of stuff he has and how accessible is the gear that he has for the level that you can get there with about 100% safety, right? Whatever quotient that is, I think that's the ultimate value. Like kind of some of these rare vendors or like the items they sell. It's not just the items that they sell. But yeah, so the South Shore vendor.
I've been expecting you.
Gary sells it's like in the 20s.
Be
I don't
careful.
know anybody that's getting out there at that level.
Well met. Be careful.
So what were you doing before the hardcore stuff?
How may I aid
So I was
you?
on Sulfuris. It's great for PvP. Our server was the first
May the
one.
eternal
or,
sun
so
shine
the first
upon
one
thee.
To finish the war effort, like Grizzly's on that server. The PvP is pretty balanced.
What brings you
I
here?
had 4 characters. I took to 60. I got pre-raid this. I raided like 3 or 4
We
times.
shall
I didn't
meet
want to do it.
again.
I did it 15 years ago. And I just had like my money factory
What
going.
brings you
I had like
here?
7, 8K gold going into phase 2. I had just everything. I bought I just bought all the good
Walk
stuff.
with the Earth
I had
Mother.
2 essence, you know, of undeath to water.
May
drains,
the
and
eternal
stuff,
sun
and that was huge.
shine.
Life to earth. So all my characters had alchemy and tailoring. So I had a total of 9 mooncloth tailors. Because then I took every other class to 45 or 35.
Looking for something
And then
special?
on my rogue, I was just, you know, farming BRD. I bought copper keys when they were less
Be
than
careful.
less than silver, just back when everybody was
I've been
giving them away.
expecting you.
And then I
Winds
ranked,
be
I
at
hit
your
rank
back.
11 on my rogue. And then I kind of didn't know what I wanted to do. I definitely didn't have the time. I didn't want to get to rank 14. I'd already taken 4 characters to 60. I had grinded Timbermaw rep twice to Exalted just to be able to buy like the rare recipes. You know, I had the other alts at 35 just so I could keep the money factory going. And then I saw Cargos' video on YouTube. And that was it. Since then, I gave away like probably 7 or 8k gold on my server. I kind of sold all my mats. I have a little over 5,000 gold just for when TBC comes out. I just wanted enough like to fly my epic now. And then I've been doing this ever since. That's my story. Classic story. But yeah, I was just
That
doing, you know, I was
spell
doing slash roll. There was just a huge line. People doing slash roll, whatever they rolled, I gave them that much gold. That's cool. I didn't really care about it because I don't care about my multi-life characters anymore. The game's not enjoyable when you collect the resurrect button. There's nothing hard. And I don't care about the gear. The gear doesn't matter. I got the gear. I rated everything back in the day. So, like I already got the gear before. So, and like the community and the challenge and all this is just miles like over like when I was rating and ranking. So.
It's too far away.
Man, I'm dying to get to Desolus and Dustwall so I can train for saving cooking. At 32, yeah, Horde, you have to go pretty south into that zone, right? The Shadowprey Village. I'm sorry, it's so funny the amount that I know about like, everything Alliance. I'm just kind of new. It's down here, right? This is where you have to go for Horde.
I
Down
need to
here in the
get
corner.
closer.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, when you get down there, there's a lot of stuff, man. Lots of 37 scorpions, elementals. You know, so it's pretty dangerous. What am I doing besides streaming? Like half the day, it's, you know, like from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I have 2 kids. I got an 8-year-old and 6-year-old. So playing basketball outside, just whatever, hanging with the fam, and then I live in South Florida, right? So we're like the COVID like capital of the world. Right?
I'm out of range.
There's 3 people in my development that have COVID, so I mean, they're pretty much just staying home, like being safe. I'm not working at the moment, but the money situation's okay, so we'll just leave it at that. I played Alliance, man. I've only played Alliance. The quick 20-second story. I was a manager at GameStop. I got like a beta key for WoW. Created an undead rogue. Got to Undercity. I got lost. Created.
I can't cast that yet.
Stormman was played out, and I haven't played more since. That's it, pretty much. So I played Alliance since 2004. Perfect time for WoW, yeah. Oh shit! Oh, you know what's funny, man? I have such a bad habit, man. I don't really look how many people are in here. I kind of just try to act the same, whether I'm talking to one person or 100. But yeah, it's crazy. Well, I'm jealous you live in the same state as Disney World. My wife doesn't want to move to Florida, and that's the reason. Yeah. Yeah, bro. My kids are fucking. They've been to Disney World way more times than I want to admit. Maybe 50 times.
It's too far away.
It was a once a month thing for a few years. So. If you don't know about Wax City layouts, Silver Moon City, bro, are the worst.
I'm out of range.
So I haven't done many like you know PvP raids where you raid like the other faction. They're kind of fun, but not really. But I've done all the cities except Under City, man. I don't know. I don't know. It triggers me way more than that. But I'm sure there's a method to the madness, but dude, man, the elevator, just the way the whole shit's laid out. Just in comparison, right? Just Iron Sword is like a nice, perfect circle. You can like cut through Stormwind. You know it's large, but I mean it's like kind of laid out so nice. Yeah. So.
It's too far away.
Oh yeah. Boca Raton. Yeah. I mean that's probably it's like 20 minutes north of here. I pretty much live like the northern Fort Lauderdale area. So. You see, it's very easy to learn. You just have to understand it. Yeah, man. I mean, I realize it's like pure ignorance on my part, but
I'm out of range.
It's impressions. When I first played the game, I had just come from. I can't remember what MMO I was from. I don't know if it was Anarchy Online or Age of Conan or EverQuest. I don't remember what it was, but whatever it was coming from, there didn't seem to be a rhyme or reason to it. So. But I'm sure at the end of the day it's pretty easy. Yeah, the elevator. Oh, I died on it. Like I died. I got squished. I think I got squished. I can't remember if I fell off or if I got squished. So I mean, this is the beta of the game. But no, I mean, just all I wanted to do, man, I just wanted to find my fucking trainer, dude. And I'm just like, what is this? Because the horde kind of go more in line with my like I like fantasy worlds. Like my favorite game outside of this is The Witcher. So I kind of like it a little bit more dark. So undead like kind of was a little bit more, and I love like Kingdoms of Amalur. But yeah, man. Anyway.
I need to get closer. That
Only
smell
city
is
doesn't have
ready.
Guard. Yeah, that's true, right? They put it on the map, but yeah. Oh, your hardcore died at 17 on an elevator? Yo, feels bad. That sucks. Yeah, I was watching, I think it was Cargos. He was trying to find, maybe it's not his warrior. He was trying to find the Alchemy Defender or something. And you had to go into a different room. I don't know, man. I'm making it probably worse than what it is, but long story short. That was probably way too long of an answer of what faction. But I love Rogue's probably my favorite class, so I would probably make like an Orc Rogue. Like if there was some sort of like PvP tournament and you kind of everybody had the same gear, you could just pick a race class, you know, and then just put your talent points in. I think I'd probably play an Orc Rogue. I think the stun resist thing to me is just awesome. Florida is nice. Denmark. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's hot a lot, but I like living here. What do you think about safe spot escapes? What do you mean, like in instances, like ZF farms, where you like stuff like that? Or, I don't know if that's what you mean.
That's still recharging.
I don't like it, but I mean, my opinion really doesn't matter. I don't think so. But I'm also not one, I really don't really take advantage of any, like, game mechanic, just in general. Like, back in the day, you know, like, there was 60 game, right? There was cheat codes, like, I never used any of those anyway, so.
I need more.
Like, I'm not doing... I mean, I probably vendored 250 light leather. I could be turning all that in for free gear and scrolls and boxes, but I don't know, man. I got to 60 twice without all that. I mean, if I'm getting 10, 15, 20 pieces of gear a level. I mean, that's probably better than being able to run an instance a few times. So for me,
How may I aid you?
yeah, I'm just playing it the boring way. Just the world,
Go
whatever
in
the
peace.
world has to give me.
Peace, friend.
But yeah, the safe spot thing. I mean, I don't care that people do it. Right? If Blizzard cares, and they don't fix it, so who am
Farewell.
I to tell someone how to play their game? You know, they're paying $15 just like me. So. It's kind of funny, man. Because I don't do it, I actually don't even know what to look for. Like, I don't even know what objects I could do it on. I mean, maybe that's kind of silly, but I don't know. But I don't even know what to look for because I don't think I've ever done it. So, like, I don't know. Is there some place here that I could hop on that I could bug out a mob? Like, I don't even know. Once again, I don't think I've ever tried. I mean, I'm sure I've evaded mobs before, like on accident, but I mean, I wouldn't even know how to do it anyway. Alright. Oh no, LOS is game mechanics, right? Yeah, all the time. If I'm fighting a caster, you know, if he's casting, I like go hide behind a wall. I mean, if it's the same thing, then that's fine. I mean, I don't think it is. Yeah, so yes. Yeah, it's funny about when you're trying to do alchemy, you really have like I don't know what you want. I don't want to say like checkpoints, but you really do need like a certain amount of certain herbs in certain zones before it gets too late. Like bruiseweed and briarthorn is like kind of the major hump that you have to get over, like from like, you know, basically 80 to like 150 alchemy. So yeah, on the alliance side, I mean, once you're out of wetlands, I mean, you're wetlands and duskwood, like you really don't have access anymore to briarthorn. And Briarthorn's important. It, it makes the tier 3 healing potion, then it makes a strong Troll's Blood potion. Yeah, if you're in Redridge and you don't have at least 100 first aid or 100 herbalism, like you're doing something wrong. Because that means you're walking by all this bruiseweed, and you need the bruiseweed because that's what's gonna get you to 125. The reason why you can get to 125 is because you need King's Blood. King's Blood is useful in a lot of formulas. And then that's going to help you get right to 150, so you get Life Root, because Life Root and King's Blood makes your tier 4 potions. So I should probably just buy these, right? Since he's here. Yeah, I'll buy these. I use safe spots all the time on my 60. I mean, dude, there's... I mean what I say. Like, I think anybody can do whatever the fuck
I'm
they
out
want
of
for me.
range.
Like, you're paying the same amount of money.
I can't
in the
cast
game.
that yet.
So... I don't do it, but once again, if they cared enough, they would take it out. That's just kind of, whatever. That's my philosophy in life. And plus, if I was a mage, like farming and stuff, I'm not so righteous that I would die, right? 97 mob full. I mean, if I knew what to do and if that's kind of the way I enjoyed the game, I'm pretty sure I would learn to like it. So maybe it's just because I don't do anything that really utilizes it. Yeah, it's like I'm taking the high road. But, I mean, if I could do it, I'd
I
probably.
need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet.
Mage Royal and Briarthorn procs on Swift Thistle, so obviously
I need to target something first.
this is quality content. We love you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for saying that. How do you get bags at the start and you're planning for it? Finally, quick Briarthorn. Jesus, what a bitch herbalism is. Oh, yeah, you said you were like 40 herbalism, right, Bradley? Let me just make sure. when I start talking, I tend to forget like what quest I'm doing. Okay, I got everything done. My philosophy on bags is, whenever I have 5 silver, I buy a bag. That's it. There's nothing more important than buying bags. Yeah, all my like disposable income goes to buy bags. But more specifically, I fill bags. I don't know how many people have heard me say the same things over and over again, but when if I usually make a dwarf or a gnome. When I'm level 6, I go to Iron Forge. Anyway, I go to Iron Forge. I pick up skinning. Usually have skinning and mining. I pretty much, if you skin from level 6 to 8, there's never been a time, and I did it like on this character. Unfortunately, I died, so people were kind of wondering. I've never had a time at level 8 that I couldn't buy for 5-slot bags. White weapons, but silver bags. Oh, yeah, I was going to talk about that. I always buy my weight weapons. I just, knock on wood, I've never died at 6, 7, or 8. So I'd rather have the money to be able to afford like the next white weapon. You know what I mean? So I guess that's kind of been my philosophy. Yeah, I mean, especially on melee classes, your white weapon and your swords are obviously going to take a little
I
bit
don't
priority
have
over
a target.
bags. I guess we were more talking about getting bags. I mean, I've just never died. Like, I've never died in 6 or 8. So for me,
I need to target something first.
when I like when my warrior, when I leave, Goldridge Valley or whatever, I have that like EPS weapon. It's always been enough that I haven't died. I'm killing the level 5 boars and the yetis or like level 6 and 7, but you get high enough. I've never died, so I mean, I don't think a lot of people die like pre-8, right? I mean, it can happen as a fluke, but in general, I mean, whatever. We can modify what I'm saying, right? So yeah, so buy 3 bags and 1 weapon. I mean, that's probably, I guess that's probably the most prudent thing, right? If you feel like, yeah, so buy the, I think the weight weapon is what, 5 silver, so it's basically
That spell isn't ready yet.
So yeah, I couldn't argue, I guess, with that mentality.
I can't cast that yet.
For me, I've never died before level 8, so it was nice just to have the extra bag.
That's
The
still
amount of money to
charging.
leave on the ground is pretty astonishing. Alright, let's turn in this quest and we got it here. Another
My
rule
mana
check.
is low.
If you're starting like at least on the gnome dwarf side, when you're level 10, when you go on the tram, you have to do a quest to like capture the rats. So it's pretty good XP. It's 900 XP, but the most important part is the follow-up. And I feel like a lot of people don't do it, but you basically have to drop off a package to his brother, like on the Stormwind side. But that quest turns in for 5 silver, so that's literally a free bag. So I feel like some people skip both of them, but for me, I use that money to like buy like my one-handed sword right? That costs 10 silver. But whatever you want to do, right? Let's say you want to buy some white gear from the vendor, maybe you want to buy
That spell
a
isn't
weapon.
ready yet.
So let's say you only had enough money to buy 2 bags. Well, that'll buy your 3rd bag for you. So just don't skip that quest. 5 silver is a lot at level 10 when you don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? So never thought about the gold from Starbucks.
I need
Yeah, so
more mana.
the other major quest is, once again, sorry for horde people, man. I really do feel bad that I don't have a lot of good advice. I know there's probably equivalents. There's 2 quests where you have to deliver like a package to and from
I can't
Black
carry
Moat for Mountaineer
anymore.
Stormpike. It's worth 7 silver. Like, you're naturally going to progress into Lochmoden anyway. It's a little bit out of the way because the NPC is like in the back of Stormwind. I think you guys see Gilmore, Grimmore, I don't know what his name is. But I mean, and then you get a return quest, and I think that's worth maybe 7 or 11 silver. But I mean, it adds up, man. That you can get just on those 2 or 3 quests alone. That's 25 silver. That'll train that'll train 2 weapon skills or 1 weapon skill and buy you 3 bags, or shit, it'll buy you 1 8-slot bag. Just depending on like where you're at. Like, yeah, people sleep, man,
Inventory is
on
full.
on the fetch quests. In your 30s, there's a quest in Stormwind that tells you to go to Rafi Island.
I can't cast that
And
yet.
like it gives you like 2,000 XP. In your 40s, you just have to go seek out like Marvin or Seeker, whatever his name is, in Teneris. Like that's 3,800 XP. There's a quest out of Stormwind that's marked Elite. It's to discover the Sunken Temple. Like all you have to do is just swim in the water outside. That's worth 3,600 XP, and then it has a follow-up that's worth like 2,200 XP. So just pay attention sometimes to the like the markings on the quest. I feel like a lot of times people like
It's
don't
too
do
far
the right
away.
quest. Like you're gonna go out to
I'm
Lock
out of
Road, you're gonna
range.
do like Bingle's quest, but you don't pick up the quest in Iron Forge to talk to Bingles. I mean, it's like a quarter of a bubble that's free. Like you're literally gonna go there anyway. That accumulated XP all adds up, and that's all XP that you don't need to be killing something, which is opportunities that you can die, right? So, for me, every bit of XP that I can get, that doesn't involve me fighting something, is, going to give you a little bit better chance to hit 60 without dying. So, yeah, it's like a double ding. Yo, grats, man. That's, bro, both of those are huge. For the rogue, if you're going combat, you just got reposts, and on the mage,
Looking for something
you got
special?
Flint, Flint is amazing. Yeah, that's two. That's
Go.
2 great things. I'm just so jealous of the rogue, man. The rogue's amazing, man. You're gonna get your poison soon. You're gonna get distract at 22. You're gonna get banished at 22. You're gonna get rank 2 ambush at 26, man. You got your blind coming up at 34. You, all the pieces start to come together. Shammy is, yeah, I knew about Frost. Oh, you get Ghost Wolf at 22. Oh, that's awesome. Yo, man, if there's any Horde in the chat, man, if there's any, like, anything that, like, mirrors, like, I like your side, like, please, like, speak up, man, because the odds that I get 60 on every character is about 0, but the hardest one will be Shaman, right? Because, A, I don't know Horde zones, I don't know Horde quests, I don't know all the stuff I'm talking about, I don't know Horde zones, so we'll see. A year from now, year and a half from now, if this hardcore is still a thing, I'll need some advice myself. Shaman Tone Quest will kill you. I'm not a big fan of class quests. When I took my druid to 70 and TBC, I duoed it. I didn't do the little seal quest. I didn't do anything. Class quests are annoying. There was one quest on Shaman, because I played a Draenei Shaman. Yeah, they're actually annoying. That was a little bit different though. I had multiple accounts, man. We had warlocks set up all over the world, man. We made life easy for us. I think Carver should be a different now. That's runes started having streamers players to an official Iron Man. I would have made it into a mode. Okay. Yeah, I wish, man. Like I don't.
It's too far away.
This just doesn't get old for me. I mean, I can see how it gets old for people. Every run's different. Like, so I usually go Herbalism Alchemy. I pretty much always do. But like, if I got an Iron Shield Spike or a Mithril Shield Spike recipe to drop, it would probably take me 10 or 15 hours. I mean, I would just drop everything, fucking go mining. You know what I mean? So. Just the whole way you think about the game. Maybe if I got an epic 2-handed axe, maybe I would abandon Prot. Who knows? I mean, the drops you get, the experiences, like it's never the same. So it never gets old. Plus, I love the world. Experience rate is different. Hopefully it's still a thing. Yeah, I didn't know anything just about. I didn't realize like RuneScape got like the official server, but it started kind of like this, just like kind of grassroots, people coming up with their own rules, and then I guess just people streaming it and just talking about it, and then it became a thing. The water totem, yeah, a lot of you guys keep saying the water totem quest sucks. Is it something that you do like at least on hardcore?
That's still charging.
Like 5 levels over level. When I got my Zerker stance, I did it at 34 because I wasn't sure how hard it was. I don't know if it's like easily doable, like in shitty gear at level 30. I'm assuming that water totem quest is maybe harder than Zerker stance. Yeah, but hopefully this stays a thing. I started completing the first 2 streamers and viewers integration with the option for hardcore ultimate. I was saying, oh yeah, that's amazing. Somebody I was watching said it best, like all the noise that's just going on with all the just issues with brackets and just rating and all the drama and like all that goes away. Like when you're doing this, like you're just oblivious to it because it doesn't matter.
The target.
So then you're basically playing the game like in its purest state, and it really doesn't matter how bad everything else is, you know, which is pretty cool, right? There's not many times in life that you can. Normally when you put yourself in a bubble, you're like taking away opportunities in life, right? But by doing this, we're kind of putting ourselves in a bubble, but we're still getting like the best of both worlds, which, you know, is pretty awesome. Yo, thanks for the follow.
That
You're just a
spell
dwarf
isn't
and
ready
Render's trying to
yet.
stay alive. Yeah, it's exactly, man. That's what that is what the game is to me. Yeah, that's it. You know, I'm like just trying to pick this briar thorn here and not getting detected.
It's too
Trying
far
to
away.
grind out to level 20. That way I can train my skills. Fly unlock mode. I think I got 2 quests to clean up. Then I'll go run through Dun August Pass, get to wetlands. You know, take the boat over to Theramore, see if I can get some upgrades, and then I'll go over to Dark Shore, start knocking out Dark Shore. Then I'll go to Ashenvale. I'm gonna get a lot accomplished today because I said I definitely should be playing for at least probably another 8 hours today.
How may I aid you? Goodbye.
Besides, I gotta cook dinner. I pulled some ribeyes out. My kids love steak too, so. But besides eating dinner and maybe hanging for them a bit, I'll be on most of the night. By the way, one of you guys asked me about like a shaman build. I didn't mean to not answer it. I don't know. I don't know. Like as I said, I played a shaman. I took it to 70, but I really don't have a lot of strategies. I know I don't like fighting them because they fucking earth shock me every 6 seconds. So, and Wind Fury is like fun. that's about the extent, you know, that I know about shaman. How did you kill them, Null Shamans? I'm at the same spot, but they keep trying to snipe me. Oh, yesterday? Oh, bro, you have to remember, man. I did have Oni buff. That's the one time on this character that I had the Oni buff. Yeah, I don't do the tier 3 or 4. I normally skip those 2 quests. So. And I almost died too. So. Yeah, I may grab, I'd probably say on average, like on my 260 runs, I maybe had a handful of like world buffs. I mean, I don't seek them out, but if it drops, I'll take it. But I'm also careful with the world buffs. You know, you try not to overextend yourself. And then what I did yesterday is what I do every time. If I get an Oni buff, when the Oni buff ends, I log out for an hour. I need to like readjust my mind that I can't kill an enemy in 4 hits. It takes 10 hits, right? I think you're just as likely to die while you have the Oni buff, overextending yourself, and then that next hour that you play is probably the most dangerous. Just because mentally, you know, you might be killing the same mobs, and you're used to them dying in 4 hits, and now they're dying in 9 hits, and you're not doing the calculations right in your head. Like maybe you should bail, you know, but you're just so used to how fast they're dying. Yeah, so there's just a lot of mental mistakes that can happen once you lose the Oni buffs. So. But long story short, that quest is very difficult. I don't think you get a good reward either, man. I think you get 3 coarse sharpening stones. I mean, it's not horrible, but lots of Alliance hardcore. It's where they're gonna die, man. Alright. So am I doing this? Am I doing this Red Ridge Rush quest? 3 of these, 4 of these. Yeah, I know it's kind of boring killing these beasts, but
Greetings.
until I get to 26 and I get Improved Shield Block, Last Stand, and Improved Revenge.
We shall meet again.
It's a pretty hard class. It's a pretty hard
Be
class.
careful. How? We shall meet again.
So I got Last Stand, so definitely increases my survival chance.
Well met. Go.
Worst of the cave.
How may I aid you?
How am I? Yo,
Go in
Crossing Cook,
peace.
Sorry, I didn't look over chat for a bit. Have you heard about people pushing for 1 res in hardcore? I haven't. I mean, I've heard every option.
What brings you here?
I mean, not to be rude, is it
Go
just one
in
person that said it, or
peace.
is there like a group of people?
Greetings.
It's more
May
just.
the eternal sun shine upon thee.
I guess just more. You know, it's not going to change my
Winds
opinion. But
be
I guess
at your back.
I was just curious if you don't mind me asking.
Hail. Walk with the Earth Mother.
How
Try
may I
playing
aid
Contra
you?
100%. I mean, honestly, man, I'm a little bit of a
Ancestors
wimp. Like,
watch over.
obviously, I get myself in a lot of sticky situations. I mean, I live like below 10% health, but the camera, the action cam, I tried it for 30 minutes. Dude, it scared the shit out of me.
What
Fucking with
brings you
brightness
here?
settings and stuff.
We shall meet again. Peace, friend.
I mean, if I had time to play a character for fun, I shouldn't say for fun, but like a character that
I've
I
been
died,
expecting
like I would do
you.
like all that shit. You know what I mean? But I don't want to do it.
Go.
Anyway, so to answer the question about the rezzing, I big fucking hell no, because I got a 55, a 53, a 51, a 49, a
I've
46,
been expecting you.
and a 46.
Wind
and just now
be
46.
at your back.
I would have hit 60 4 times,
Peace,
5
friend.
times, who knows, 6 times.
Ancestors
just-
watch over.
I mean, from me alone, like my experience, the 1 res, I hitting 60 is not impressive. Or, I mean, it's still impressive, but it's nowhere near, man. It just no. Plus, I probably would be a little irritated. I worked on my rogue for like 4 or 5 real life months, and I got to the 50s a few times. You know what I mean? So, like, if we were opening up the floodgates with that, it would be.
Greetings, traveler.
It'd be a little irritating.
May the eternal sun shine upon you.
Hail.
But yeah, just as everybody just said, man, it's not hardcore if you can die once.
Ancestors watch over you.
Because then you even
Greetings.
get a new meta around, you know, like,
Go in peace.
yeah, I don't know. Just the amount of things you would do if you could die once, like you'd be attempting stuff that you never would, and then like let's say
What brings you here?
just say you did something like really just stupid, just something that not even like risk it for the biscuit kind of thing, and you got lucky enough to pull it off. Now you have this really good item that you really shouldn't have had access to. And now you're like playing with an extra life.
Ancestors
It would just kind of
you.
change.
Greetings.
It's not hardcore. It would change the way.
I don't have enough money.
Like people.
Be careful.
People play. Oh shit! I forgot to turn this quest in there. Yeah, I start talking and I lose my train of thought. But yeah, no. Easy for locks and shamans. I mean, it's easy for. Anyway, yeah, bad idea. So I don't know. I mean, no offense if there's anybody in here that, you know, wants that. And it's not hardcore at that point, I guess, right? I guess that's the whole point. Because then it's like, you know, why can't you die twice? Or, I mean, just, it opens up. I think the simplicity of hardcore, you know, and even hardcore is a little bit complicated. Just even with the dungeons, like if I had my way, it would just be straight solo hardcore. Although the dungeons is good content, man. It gets people watching, gets people playing. So I'm fine with it.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, that was part of the reason. I mean, there's a long reason for it. I don't do it myself, but long story short, just to kind of summarize, before Cargos came back, you know, from his little break, we were in Discord for 3 or 4 hours. The day before, actually, I think he came back. There might have been, I think there was, Hero was in there too. And we were talking about, obviously, besides him leaving, right? Because he's the face of it. But besides that, what's keeping hardcore from blowing up? And what I always found was someone would try it, they would die, and then they would find like a blue or like a good item or whatever, and they just were pissed. They felt like they just went for 50 hours, and you know they lost everything, and then they just go back to raiding and whatever. So we were trying to find something that would retain like those players. And a lot of people wanted to do enchanting, right? But you can't do that with which means you need a weapon. So we kind of came up with the idea of self-stash. And in Diablo and a lot of hardcore games, you have a self-stash. So it was a way to keep retention of players. So you can choose, thanks for the raid, Statics. I was watching you earlier today, man. I thought you almost were gonna die in that castle area. But anyway, that's the reason. So I respect that you get it done, but it was more of like a political decision, if that makes sense. If the goal is, look, me doing hardcore by myself with 3 other people while Cargo was gone, everybody quit. So we were trying to come up with a way to maybe make it, I think he used the word, like a little more sticky. You know, so if that person, you know, if they found like 2 good weapons and they could send it to a rogue and they died on their mage, like if that incentivized them to do hardcore a little bit longer, so that way, you know, they were happier doing it, that way they told their friends about it to build the community. For me, that was plus at the end of the day, you don't have to do it, right? So I don't think it really, you know, hurts. I respect your opinion that it's not a good idea. That was the philosophy behind it. So. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was getting nervous for you. I mostly only play Alliance, and there was mobs everywhere, and they were like chunking you, and I was like, dude, I really hope he doesn't get hurt there. But you got smart, man. You got hurt. I was like, okay, thank God. That's good stuff, man. And it's nice
can't
because
cast that
you stream
yet.
like early in the morning, and I usually don't get on the game at that time. I'm usually like hanging with the kids, like doing breakfast. So yeah, I've appreciated like watching you in the morning, man. So it's good stuff. Shared stash is a good system. I'm not gonna use it by myself. But if you look at PoE and Diablo, I mean games that are played by millions of people, their hardcore like iterations have shared stash. So I guess that was kind of. And I mean I've talked about this. Oh, you're Alliance player. Heart it's with the Horde Quest. Yeah, I got you. Yo, what's up, Torham? So we haven't had anybody even get close to 60
can't
with
carry
shared
any
stash.
more of
I'm
those.
still gonna argue that you're pulling resources out of your main account. I told the story a few times, but I'll summarize it real quick. So on my 23 warrior that died, there was 4 weapon upgrades I couldn't afford because I was sending my of the monkey stuff to my future hunter and of the owl to a priest that I maybe was going to play 6 months from now, and instead of vendoring my linen bandages, I was sending them. So I didn't have enough money on the character I was playing, which made me weaker, and that probably contributed to my death. Right, so everything you're sending to another character, you're making your current character weaker. And I mean, what are you really going to do, right? So at the end of the day, getting to level 20 is like 1/10 of the way, there. So, I mean, are you really giving somebody that big of a boost? If you're sending them a bunch of level 14, 18, 20 gear, I mean, is that going to stop you dying at 30 or 35? And look, if someone takes 6 characters to 40 and they have like the ultimate entrepreneurial, factory going on, do more props to them, because if they get one of those guys to 60, that means they put 300-400 hours in without dying once. So I think that's an amazing accomplishment. So at the end of the day, I think it actually hurts, not helps. But if that's going to keep somebody playing hardcore and keeping the dream alive, so be it. If somebody gets hardcore, I hit 60 twice, I'm not going to put an asterisk by their accomplishment. It's just as impressive because it's hard as fuck to hit 60. I mean, I've died post 40 7 times or 8 times now, so I've only hit it 20% of the time. So. You're just feeding other characters. I get it, man. The frustration will kick in if you have a level 25 guy that you're designated, you're Taylor, and you're constantly grinding wool or whatever, so that way you can hook up all your characters with 8 slot bags, and that guy dies, then you basically lost, everything. Like, I mean, if you want to take the time to level up another guy to 25, I mean, dude, that's like 24 hours played. I think it's either going to work or it's not. I still don't think it gives an advantage. I think it's really a disadvantage. So, hey, now man, just started a hardcore Shaman. I'm thinking I've made slots to get alchemy and herbalism. I mean, I'm a big fan of herbalism, just and alchemy personally. I hate to pigeonhole maybe what's best. Whatever fits best for your playstyle, right? That's probably best. Like, pick a spec that's best for your playstyle. Pick a class that mirrors your personality and playstyle, and then kind of, complement that, with your profession. This would be the advice I give. Man, I really hope Cargus doesn't die. I don't want him to be sad. And I want to, I mean, yeah, dude. Yeah, it is pretty sad. When I died as a warrior the other day, I died pretty times, but yeah, there's something about dying with a bunch of people watching, and then trying to get out the next day and do it. It was more difficult than I thought. Normally, man, I just made a new character, which I did that night, and then the next day I was ready to go. I waited like 3 or 4 hours to stream. It was a weird feeling, but yeah. Let's hope he doesn't die. I love alchemy, man. I love alchemy. I love alchemy. You get attached to the characters? Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, it's a quest from, from the both. Training, and then, gonna head to Lockmoden. Oh, thanks for all the follows, by the way, guys. I didn't mean to ignore it. I was too busy answering questions.
I need to get closer.
Hardcore Cali, Vlad.
That spell isn't ready yet.
support. But yeah, for all of you guys that don't know, I'm going prot spec. I've never really played warrior before. Yes, classes. It's fun to play warrior. Learning as I go. About what's cool about hardcore. Just play how you want. There is no right spec. There's not enough people. I did 70 or 60. 70 would be impressive, but not enough people have hit 60. You know, there is no meta. You know, if there is one, it's still being defined. And ultimately, I think hitting 60 is probably one big skill. You know, mental fortitude, not panicking, like not having fatigue. And the
I
other
can't
third
carry
is
any more of those.
just knowing the mobs, the areas, the quests, the lands. I think it's probably possible for any spec, you know, to do it. Some may be. I think it's more the player. The meta stay alive. That is true. That is true. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going. There's a few downsides. I mean, so protection keeps you alive. But over the course of playing, I'm gonna have to play more, right, for what it's worth. Like, just basic. I'm gonna have to be in the game 20 to 30 hours more than someone who's arms fury. I might have a little better survival over those 20, 30, 40 hours, but at the end of the day, like, who's to say which way is better? I mean, I don't know which way is better. I also don't care because it's a game, and this is the way I want to play. But there's arguments like both ways. Just in prod, the problem is it's like a DPS race sometimes. If you're fighting friends, even though you're mitigating damage, if you can't kill one fast enough, you really don't have a chance. Where, you know, if you're balls to the wall DPS spec, you may get chunked, you may be able to charge in kill one, you can hamstring two others, bandage, you can go back in, I mean, you can use finesse, you know, to do it. But anyway, that's sort of just how you want, you know, benefit you. So. Basically the old classic, remember the name, oh, Fort Mine, yeah. I was looking at the calculator for warriors, and if, and that's a big if, I ever try hardcore, you might go Fury Arms. How hard is it to get a hardcore dungeon ally? It's not too bad, but Horde have it a lot better because it's hard, actually. I mean, I shouldn't downplay it. It's hard, man. It only takes, what, 6, 8 hours to get to level 13, 14. You guys can run Wailing Caverns, gives you, or sorry, RFC. On the Alliance side, I mean, you're really not running Dead Mines to like 24, 25. I mean, the player base, I mean, hardcore, I mean, there's probably 3-4% of people that get to that level, so, and people just die. It just, you can do Wailing Caverns before that too. It's just kind of the law of statistics. There's not enough people alive by the time Dead Mines comes around, so there's not a lot of instance running up the side. We've done everything. We've done Scarlet Monastery runs. There's been a Noma run on this side, like tons of stockades, RF, whatever, K or D. The lower level one has been run a few times. Obviously, tons. There's been a ton of Dead Mines, but not compared to the Horde side. I was watching somebody stream on the Horde side, and it looked like there was like 2 or 3 RC groups forming at once, and then I think it was so I guess that's just kind of the sad reality. You got to have another 10 more levels. 15 to 25 is a really, I think those are some of the hardest levels to level in this challenge. So. But yeah, if you're definitely like a instance person, as much as I kind of like the Alliance, in good conscience, I couldn't recommend. Like you could.
I can't carry any more of those.
So, like if if you like want to consistently run instances, that's a little bit harder over here.
It's too far away.
What level do you consider impressive? 20, 25. I mean, dude, I don't really, I mean, dude, I died on my warrior in 14, 16, 18, 23, and I got my last one to 46. This one's doing pretty good, but yeah, it's hard to get to 25. It's like a full day played, man. It's 24 hours and not dying. Shitty gear. No mistakes. You don't have a lot of abilities, you know, to save you. So yeah, 25. I think like a success, like I don't want to say more successful, but if you can get your mount, that's like a super good achievement. Like I think that's, you know, that's for me. That's when my run is real. And then I get to a mount.
My mana is low.
Which is right around, that's right around the halfway point. In terms of the amount of XP and time, level 43 is considered the halfway point. Which is kind of crazy to believe, right? You were obviously all, you know, we're all rooting for Cargos and, you know, just whatever. Mid streamers once they get high level, but he's not even halfway home yet. Which is kind of crazy to think about. 43 is the halfway mark in terms of time. Do I consider 60 impressive? Yeah, I do. I do. Because I've died in the 50s 4 times. I've deleted 4 characters post 50, so I know how hard it is. Like, I've hit 60 twice, but like I also know that's extremely hard because I've failed more times than I succeeded. You know, what I consider like getting them out as being like a high water mark. You know, honestly, I haven't done
I'm
too
out of
good,
range.
like, past that point, so. Dude, do you ever just want to fucking clear everything you have? Just drop whatever quests are associated with it right now. So I'm just like, look at all these fucking animal parts. Let's see what I can cook up and this nonsense is getting I'm taking the bonus ring away. I usually don't do it, but if I'm spending 50% of my downtime like at my inventory screen, then I'm doing something wrong. I have all 8 slots too. I mean, I have pretty much the best that I can afford. At level 20, it's really hard to start dropping like 2 G's a bag. You know what I mean? So it's not really much. Maybe do a bunch of quests that I don't want just to get them completed, or yeah, I'll cook up this food, then do everything. But yeah, did I don't know if I missed anything. Just re-ask. What's the highest level, like anybody in the chat has got to? Has anyone got to 25, 30? Yo, what's good, bro? Yo, I watched one of your
Peace,
VODs the other
friend.
day. Kirby.
Farewell.
You were killing some raptors. I think you're like level 18 or 19. Right, I don't want to be embarrassed. Make sure I'm talking to the right person. You're playing on a warrior, right? I feel bad because I like if I'm in the morning when I just got downtime, I'm like jonesing just watch just other people. You know what I mean? It's just interesting, just to see their play style, what professions they're doing, just their mentality, whatever. Yeah, it's just exciting. 20, 22, 28, 16, 13. Back at it first week. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's nice, man. There's been a lot of people that kind of come back. You know, they were kind of here at the beginning, and to be honest with you, I mean, I think between both factions that there might be more, like when it's at its peak, there might be more concurrent playing than back in the day. I don't remember, but the Horde was rocking like 80 or something last night, and Ally had like 45. I was talking to a few people in chat, like EU and Oceanic had, you know, like a dozen or so. So let me see that. All right, first aid trainer. God, do I really want a vendor? I got 4 Condor meat, right? That shit's hard to get, right? Do I want to vendor this shit? I probably should do it. Hey, you know what? I guess I'll go put those in the bank. Oh, you're starting right now? Yo, nice. Nice, Jesus. Good shit. First character level 6. Nice. Hardcore Cali, what's the how for?
I can't cast that yet.
I may have missed
The
it.
spell isn't ready
What would you do?
yet.
Hardcore 60s? Rogue and Mage? Yeah, man, Rogue and Mage. Rogue was first, combat spec. Pretty traditional combat. I prioritize like survivability over. Yeah, the offhand weapon specialization. There's like 5 points you can put in there. I think ultimately I only put 2 points in because I wanted to grab like endurance, improved sprint, just more things to stay alive. And then Mage was like a meme frost spec. I took every frost spec. That was my spec. I had like 2 points in arcane, 2 points in fire, but I took everything. I just wanted max control of the situation. And I had 60, honestly, relatively easy. You know, it took me 3 attempts. I died at 30, but I was talking to guild chat, and then I had a bad. I don't know. I gotta fix my commands. Anyway, I had a pretty bad death on the boat in STV. They ended up having to fight like 6 or 7 pirates just because, you know, they kind of aggro to the wall. I got bad luck. I got gouged and like on the top step, and then on my next run I hit 60. Warrior's been rough. This is my 6th or 7th attempt, man, so. Died like 10, 14, 16, 18, 23, and then died at 46. So, oh, mistype? Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt. What level do you make the run to get the first aid book? I get it just naturally. I get it at like 30. So, like when I'm getting from reference, like when you do those quests on Vandal Span, you do those like right around 30 or 31, and then you go to Arathi to get the flight path. That's when I had to get the book. So, anywhere from like 30 to 32, just kind of depending where I'm at level-wise. Cooking, I'm gonna get like 23 or 24 because I'm gonna be in Dark Shore, you know, maybe in like an hour, I would say. So I'm in Dark Shore till like 22, and then I head over to Ashenvale, and then I run and go get the cooking book. And that's also when I grab my first absorption potion. So the Shadow Absorption Potion recipe is sold in that same building as the cooking book. And I grab that Shadow Absorption Potion because I'll be in.
That's still recharging.
Those organs, like, kind of fast. And there's a few quests where it's nice, especially with alchemy, to just be rolling around. You pre-prot yourself with a shadow protection potion. You know, for less than an hour. You're going to be in an area with a bunch of shadow, you know, mobs that cast shadow. It puts you a leg up, right? If you gotta charge into a group. You have a caster and a melee. Normally you're going to take the caster out first, but I'll take the melee out because I'm just going to eat all the shadow bolts, and then I'll focus down on the shadow guy. But I mean, the way I do alchemy, the importance of alchemy to me is that it changes my entire strategy, how I do quests, the way I attack groups, the way I deal with ads, you know, all that stuff. So it's also just like the way I like to play the game. It's obviously not necessary to do all the shot, you know, all the absorption and all that stuff. But, I mean, I find that side of the game interesting. So. Yeah, I got 5 of every potion. 5. well, but it's pretty specific though. First aid book I get between 30 and 32. Um, the cooking book I get, as I said, you get 23, 24. But the one thing I'll say about first aid is that you're not finding mage weed like anytime. So even though your first aid is 150, don't stop continuing to make silk bandage. There's some people I've talked to where it hits 150, they still go 150, they're still running around with like heavy like wool bandages. And that's just silly. The amount of silk the game gives you is ludicrous. Silk bandages, it doesn't matter if your silk's not going up. Yeah, you'll have a ton of silk. So.
My mana is low.
I don't like going back to Darnassus. Like once I get into Darkshire and Ashenvale, like I don't want to go back to town at any point. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't have like a single item on me that I don't. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, I'll eat some of this food. I got 30 open slots. That should be good. I have no idea what that means. Fishing. I did fishing a lot, but after dying on the road 5 times around the 40s, I stopped doing fishing. So it means just be confident. Really? You know what's funny? I've never heard of that term. I actually don't even get it at all. Yeah, that's funny. Yo, good old. Oh yeah, look at that shit. Okay, yeah, you learn something new every day. Is there so big gap between you and the next highest pool of ally? I mean, right now I'm only level 20, so there's a lot of people that are above me. Yeah, so on the ally side, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we have obviously compared to the horde, it's pretty pathetic. But yeah, there's a guy that's level 33. We have a few people in their 40s that are still alive over here.
I need more mana.
Priest, maybe a hunter or something else in the 40s. So women don't care about money or looks; they don't care about confidence. Showers. Oh yeah, no doubt. How many people are on right now over on the other side? Oh shit. Yo, good call. Thank you. Is there anything else I forgot to put on there? Demon shot, bottle shot. I'm scrolling back real quick, just to make sure there was nothing else. I can't remember what other skill I bought. Okay, cool. 58, nice. How do you like to use retaliation? I use shield, shield wall and retaliation share the same cooldown. I use shield wall more. You don't really do a lot of damage and defensive spec. The best example I have is a little bit before I died. I was trying to kill Calyph's Scorpion Sting, and Daenerys, and he has like his 2 stealth ads. I went in with retaliation, and I couldn't kill him. Like I almost had him dead, and I was already down to I don't know, maybe like half health. So I bounced. But in a situation where there's maybe 2 difficult mobs, like maybe if there's a pack of 2 like orange mobs
I'm out of
level,
range.
like above me, I would say that would be a situation where I would use it, because you know I would probably take
It's
the
too
mob
far
I'm fighting
away.
down to 3/4 health, and then maybe the other mob down to half. So that would be when I would do it. So.
I need to get closer.
But I tend to use shield wall, and I use it defensively, not offensively, right? I use it kind of when I'm in a situation. I'm trying to save it. But I've used retaliation a few times. I also, funny enough, when I can do it right, I try to plan my retaliation every stream. Like if there's a quest I
That
need to do
spell
that's
isn't
really
ready yet.
difficult, since I'm not logging off, I'll use retaliation since it'll be off cooldown when I start streaming. I want to play the game again. So I know it's like if I'm fighting something that's a little difficult, I'll just use it. It doesn't do any good when I'm not playing. So I usually always pop retaliation like before I log off. And if I can time it right, it's on a like a moderately difficult quest. So.
I can't cast that yet.
But did that answer,
I'm still recharging.
I also haven't, Warrior's not my main by any means, so there actually might be, I'm more just telling you like what I did on my hardcore run, but I'm sure somebody probably can give a better answer. But for me, it was pretty, I'm sure everybody's done that quest out in Daenerys. That guy's not hard. Like, even though he's got the 2 ads,
The spell isn't ready yet.
so I tried to do all 3 of them, couldn't do it. So I was like, okay, let me come back with retaliation. I couldn't do it, so it just kind of gave me the realization that 3 like difficult enemies, retaliation's not as great of a oh shit button. You know what I mean? It needs to be planned a little bit. I mean, I know it could swap to a 2-hander, obviously, but I don't know, when you take the shield off and you really don't have any talents and anything that can help you in protection respect, you're doing extra damage, but I feel like it's not. You're not getting.
I'm still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Level 20. I might actually. That actually might be
Inventory
one of
is
the.
full.
That actually might be an opportunity that I could use retaliation. I don't know if I can, man. My gear is pretty shitty. What kind of guys do your character prefer? I don't know what that means, but I like the female animations. That's why I have a female dwarf warrior. That's like an RP question. Whatever you want her. You killed him at level 20. I'd use last stand. Okay. Were you what spec?
I can't cast that yet. I can't carry anymore.
Did you have pretty good gear? Would you say? I don't know if you've been doing like if you've been doing a lot of the turn-ins or whatever. Oh, see, bro, yeah, we just, I think we're more proving again just my complete lack of, yeah, that I've never played the class before. As I was saying earlier, I didn't have Rend and
That spell is
I didn't realize you could Rend, and then I gained Rage from Intercept. So, yeah, I picked the class because I had never played it before, and then I chose Pry because it was something different. So. Everybody who always plays female rogues from class, quiet, replies, stares fast all day. Yeah, for me it's just
I
the
can't
animation
trust
stuff.
them
Character
yet.
like on Rogue, I picked a male.
Inventory
I like the
is
dwarf.
full.
I like the male dwarf for Rogue. I like the animations better on female dwarf for warrior. And then on my mage, I went female no mage. I just prefer the aesthetics of it. Then like the paladin I had was like a male human paladin. I never made a night elf, ever.
That's still recharging.
You hate human male animations? Yeah, my first the paladin was like one of the best characters I created. When I made the human paladin, I think it was like 7,016 TBC, and I wanted the reputation bonuses, right? Because you were able to save 4 or 5k, like in reputation. So that's why I did that. This vendor, by the way, is great for casters. He only has one of the items right now, but he's got 1 in 1 stand 5 spirit. He sells a 5 end build that's only 13 silver, which is like amazing. I think it only requires level 15. But this clothier guy is always like stacked. What race is your rogue main? That same thing, man. I was male dwarf rogue. Like I like on my main server, like the other one I like PvP'd with and all that stuff. And then I died quite a bit on the rogue. Funny enough, I think I died like 12 times before I hit 60. But I mean, the majority of them were 40 plus. But I did switch it up, and I made a human rogue, and the human rogue did get to 51. I was really liking the weapon skill. Like I liked being able to attack mobs like 1 level or 2 levels higher than me, and effectively having the same like miss rate. But what did me in was the diseases and the poisons. When I died, I had like a 30-minute debuff on me that decreased my time between attacks by like
I have just the thing for you.
Like minus 18 strength, 18 agility, and then I just went back to the dwarf. Like whatever value like you get out of the DPS increase, of having.
Be careful.
Like the weapon skill was nothing compared to
Hail.
the amount I was annoyed like having.
May the eternal
just,
sun
like, debuff
shine
levels
upon
that I
thee.
couldn't clear. You know what I mean? That
Well
was used to
met.
having on, like my other characters.
We shall meet again. Greetings, traveler. May the eternal sun shine upon thee. The winds guide you.
Yo, thanks for the follow, whoever that was. I heard the sound, but I didn't.
Walk with the earth.
Has your character
Mother.
ever? No. Once again, I don't care about any sort of story, RP, anything. My story is get to 60 and not die. rocking Grizzly Hills at first.
Hail.
I always forget when I come back out. I love alchemy so much. There's time
Be careful.
off myself. This is like equivalent of having like an extra 3 or 4 pieces of gear. Just try to keep an eye on your health when using Blowage, and I see mental with the health. Yeah, I know. I don't like being. I know what I'm doing. And like, I know
Hail.
it's kind of dumb. The problem is playing a rogue so long, you don't have resource issues. Like for me, I would
Goodbye.
rather drop from 30% to 20% health.
Looking for
than
something
have to
special?
bandage or potion. Like I just it's hard to deal with, and I know it's obviously a problem
Be careful.
that warriors have. Like I hate like not having resources. So. Like I get that it's suboptimal play, but I don't know. Just like my decision to go with dwarf. Like I hate being like poisoned and have bleeds and diseases on me, and I can clear it. And if there's a button that I can hit, you know, that'll give me more rage. I'll do it. It'll probably kill me at some point, and maybe I'll learn my lesson. But yeah, good advice. I hate not having rage. Alchemy suboptimal, not even. Oh, I didn't.
What
did
brings
I
you
say it was
here?
suboptimal, or
What
did
brings you
somebody say
here?
it?
Farewell.
Like I love alchemy. I've taken alchemy on all 20, however many, 21 attempts, 22 attempts across all the different classes.
How may
I
I
mean, right
aid
now
you?
I have, let's see, I have a little health regen. Oh shit, I should have hamstring this guy.
Goodbye.
Right, 4 strength, 27 health, we call that 3 stam, right? So just, if we look at the 3 stam, I mean, it's about a piece and a half of gear, right? And that's at low level. I don't even have all the potions available, so I love alchemy. It pretty much scales with you. Alchemy gives you between 2 or 3 pieces of gear, always. So I guess, like at its core, that's probably why I like alchemy. Have I ever tried leather working for armor enchants? I did. I mean,
I have just the thing for
my
you.
process is normally I take blacksmithing. Oh shit! I need to put this on my weapon anyway, so I can make a bunch of like sharpening stones. And then like I'm always skinning for money. I usually take some of that leather and make what's it called? And make armor kits. But I was just so ready to like get back into this character. I kind of skipped that
Go
step.
in.
But I usually will try to make, 20 or maybe 30
Well
armor kits
met.
if the armor or, if the leather allows it. That way I can kind of give myself a little bit of boost, like, along the way. Warriors, though, benefit the least amount, right, from armor kits. It's a logarithmic, right, increase, like, in terms of armor to mitigation. So when you have 400 armor and you add 50 armor, you're going to get a
Walk
greater
with the
percent
Earth
increase, like, of your armor drop versus, I have 38.2 mitigation now because I have 1297 armor. If I were to add an extra, an armor kit's 8, right? And I think you can put on 4 spots. An extra 32 armor is, I don't even think it's going to give me 1% damage reduction. So it doesn't hold as much value as it would for like a plate or a leatherware. That's kind of the other reason why I didn't do it. You're talking about like 1%, like at best.